Why is this happening to me? I can play games all day long without streaming, but. And my computer is more than capable of handling streaming and playing games at the same time. Because I've been doing it for, a year with no issue. So why is this happening to me? Yeah, I'll leave the lighting off, see if that helps. It shouldn't be an issue of processing power or my graphics card. I might have to get it replaced.
Fair warning.
Do I have to watch this again?
This is gonna be weirder.
Can I skip this?
Can't be helped.
Let me skip this.
You called me.
Yeah, I played Elden Ring no problem. Alright, I'm gonna turn everything to low, I guess.
So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster.
This really is.
And the ones that see
this really is SCP the
freak
game.
out and try to forget what they saw.
Like you can tell just from the intro that this is heavily inspired by SCP.
Hello?
What was I about to do? I forget what I was about to do. Let me put myself down in the corner.
Anyone here?
Alright, everything's set to low settings, so... You've been in here. You already picked up the thing. You already picked that one. Alright, I think if my computer freezes again, I guess I'm just giving up on streaming for today.
this seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Nice picture of the janitor from behind on the wall.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
One bit for my favorite puppy. Thank you, Bear. Do I not have TTS turned on for that? I have to go through my bit alerts and make sure they all have TTS turned on. And thank you for the bit, Bear. But even with everything turned to low, it still looks good, I guess. Attention all redacted. Redacted. A shark in redacted, although secure. Redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol. Redacted. Shoot to kill. Redacted. Good luck. A shark. What was that sound? I just heard a sound before I entered the menu. Hello. As you all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request Form R4E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filling out R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule a call. Best your admin team. How do I crouch? How do I hide? Someone's singing. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. That's the janitor.
Hello?
What are you doing? I'm scared. How do I crouch? This gonna be a janitor jump scare.
Hey, excuse me.
Kajahtaa, ei onnellista.
Ah!
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
What?
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Oh God, no. Did I go on a loop? What? Have I been in here? Welcome to the oldest house. Proceed deeper into the bureau. Yeah, this is my first time playing. We've had a couple computer crashes so far, which is fun. So I turned all the settings to low. It still looks alright, so hopefully we don't crash anymore.
The cell.
I might have to get my
and
graphics card
poster.
replaced.
I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Oh.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Missions. See deeper into the bureau. Bessie Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Reminder, drafting any public-facing material while penning any notifications of death related to the Willow Awe, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his her country, regret, proud, pride, will be remembered. Words and phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood bleed, loss, apologies and sorry. Alaska? Why do they want you to avoid using Alaska? Yeah, graphics card prices are dropping, which is good. And my case should have enough room in it. I got a lot of extra space in my case. So, any graphics card I do buy should fit. Oh, I would just have to make sure it has the same kind of power connection. I could just buy another 3070. Oops, sorry. Sorry about your office. What have I been up to? Not a whole lot. Just streaming and being sick. That's about it. Escape the noise of the directors. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week, I can't trust them. Barbara, not a single one. Trench. Hurt my back and went to the hospital. Oh, I hope you're doing better.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
What is happening?
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Ooh.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
I need to turn down this sensitivity more. Fire service weapon. Service weapon regenerates ammo automatically when not in use. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore HP.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Yeah, I can fuck everything up now. I don't wanna. I don't wanna go out there.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. It's just a prank. I couldn't see what popped up in the bottom right corner because of Steam. Something popped up in the bottom right corner, but so did achievement, so I couldn't see what it said. Can I turn those off? How do I turn those off? Let me in. It's not exactly lined up with my chest down here in the corner. This is still very funny. I want pretzels. Is that me? Director Jesse Faden. That is. Did the picture of the director change to me?
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Now we can, if there's a fire, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I think a fire is the least of our worries in this place. Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption. While the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns, they have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shield of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupting individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Director Trenchford. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench. Containment procedure. Cerberus weapon OOP-1KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows that word to redact it. This object must only be bound to individuals seeking the role of. The object will determine rather blank if rejected. The applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted through their criteria, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypotheses redacted many forms throughout history. Redacted Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, And this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Rising costs of AWE response. Updated on world eradication efforts. Upcoming annual sale order. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the Cerberus weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
I love that they have real footage for these. It's really Oops. Undefined. What? What was that? Do not have a clearance level? Undefined meat. Ooh.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
You guys, guess what? I filled office with helium. Got him. Good prank. Shelter. Max occupancy 6 persons. Undefined material. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find better. Wait, what? We need to find better a way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate the field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list, let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenan. Oh, my hip pads. They're too high up. Ah! Don't let mold hit your eye. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. Dinner reservations at 7 at Chez and Ray. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. I'm gonna be late for dinner with my wife. That a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Rangers from security department. That's where I came from.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Oh, it's a radio. Federal Bureau of Control, how to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that we need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There perform the Gunnar's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redact it immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted information by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted. Our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena can contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consume human redacted through two punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Vampire scissors? That's the radio.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
What are all these things I'm picking up? Weapon mods. Weapon armor damage. Ammo refund chance on hit. Exclusive to spin shattered grip. Deconstruct for 50 thinkies. Hidden trend house memory. Is there crafting?
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau?
Fast
Are
travel.
you still sane?
Outfits. Oh.
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents. Is it safe to come out?
Ah, probably not. This place is kind of fucked up. Cafeteria, nostalgia department, communications, technologies. Should probably stay in there. But I'm not sure how safe it is in there either. Oh, cool, I can go home. This place gives me the creeps. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Spinning out of control? Yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard to... turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. $50. Food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Socks and ballerinas. Live at Oldest house. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Let's say hi and welcome some new people to the Oldest house. Speak in a moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around Bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects, or the 3D printer, or the Bureau station. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jessie.
Okay, Jessie. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jessie, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
It won't let me destroy the fire hydrants. Yeah, thinkies. Is this different from the one I already have? Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Dr. Rodriguez. Health booster. I don't know if turning on the radios does anything. I'm gonna do it. Examination of paranatural topics, technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redact them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to File 419-1935 for full. I really want to know why there's all these sticky notes outside the door. Can I get into those rooms eventually? I really want to know why this room is covered in sticky notes. This is where I came from. Did that whiteboard just erase itself? It's the radio. It says cleanse the his corrupted agent. Oh, okay. Over here.
hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Sorry.
Door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating around the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most noticeable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation and ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Portrait of Zachariah Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself.
Thanks, Emily. The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data.
That was weird.
But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it.
What?
But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
What? That was that supposed to happen? It looked like she was trying to talk, but it wasn't working.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data.
Weird.
But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Does this game autosave? Do I have a manual save option? I just want to make sure that all my progress up to this point is saved, just in case we have another incident with my computer.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Give me more clearance level. I'm the director. Do a melee. Use C's switch weapon. QE. Cool. Okay, I can't use those controls until they teach me about them, I guess. Week 83 report. Summer. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear, Silver Spurs, El Gato Blanco, A+ Lounge. Accommodations, meals, gas, minibar. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess if I'm not paid to think, right? But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I keep pressing R to try and reload. Hey Shin, I'm putting you on the background when I work on my Origami King video. Oh, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Good luck on your video. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. This barrier appears as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the air. The resonance fields seem to require support of their size and density from another non-connected source of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an active structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Bathroom. Energy? I don't think I've encountered energy yet. As a mechanic. Whoa! Okay, don't go in there. Can I shoot something? Did that do anything? An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomenon was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to Continental US. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green stable, yellow low possibility of unanticipated building shift, orange high likelihood, red frequent. I'm guessing I'm going to get some kind of power or something that lets me get in there later. Aha, a secret. Exclusive to Shatter? Projectiles fired. Again, I'm guessing Shatter is something I haven't encountered yet. I can go that way, but there was also a door down here that led to another red area. Enter the communications department. Can't get in. Red letters.
Yes, it's overpowering here.
It can't
You
go
don't
that
want me
way.
anywhere near it. With you on that.
Alright, that's a no-go. Looks like I'm going to the dead letters. Plague. Is that safe room with all the stuff in it that does damage to me something I can get in later? Or am I missing something I can get in later? So I want to go in there. I want that. You think I can run in, grab it, and then run out before dying? No, I can't. Okay, so I'm assuming I get something to get in there later. I'm back here. And why do I seem so much more zoomed in?
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Oh, I have to redo all that stuff again. I have to like run around and stuff all over. Or no, it just sent me back. Okay. It appears to have just sent me back and I kept my progress. Doesn't want me going in there. That's still open. Okay, good. I kept everything. Ooh, let's see if... Oh, whatever was in that box, I got it for dying. Sweet. No consequences. Machine God? I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate. Oh God. Look, I've got portable cover. How long can I drag this thing along with me for, I wonder? Energy recovery speed. Sinking fish. Mr. Governor. Governor? Mr. Governor. Wow, I'm stupid. I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem and you gotta send folk to fix it. Got my wife one of them sinking fish on the walls, but it's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. Real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. A flying devilfish? Oh, I lost it. Let me back in. Yeah. Oh, I broke it. Greetings, Director Trent. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how
Pissed
the
Green
unknown
Link
is
says
perceived
killing
by
in the
real
name
people.
of intensifies.
Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other alternate materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Barker. Oops, I think.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
This game is so cool.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Whoa. I think I've discovered everything around this area. Nope, nope. Some stuff I missed.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a...
Potato. Potato. Hello, Count Julius. Welcome. How are you doing? Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual
Count
spot.
Julius says the Potato Army will invade.
The Potato Army will invade? No. No Potato Army. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing A Mess View by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their review to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. No invasion. I'll take the potatoes and I'll boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but you don't touch, and don't scream much. Let's join the Treasure Kids. Let's join the Treasure Kids.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong?
hope you looked over. We'll find your mama together.
Oh, that's creepy.
Pissed Green Link says, hey chat. Ya like Warehouse 13?
Oh, Warehouse 13. That's a show I always meant to watch, but never did. It always had commercials while I was watching Doctor Who, but I've never actually seen it. I really want to, because it's like very SCP, isn't it? Warehouse 13's all about like anomalies and stuff, right? I really want to go see it. I really want to watch it. I don't know what missing in action is. That was so creepy. Why'd they stare at the camera like that? I love Threshold Kids. Oh, please tell me there's more. Please tell me that's like a whole video series that I can find.
Step into the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to be, but you don't touch and don't scream much. Let's join the Threshold Kids. Let's join the Threshold Kids.
Weird. I love it. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, can refer to a bunch of things. Oh, excuse me. Could refer to a bunch of things in the I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got really annoying really fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. That's exactly what happened to the guy out in the hallway. That's exactly what happened to that guy.
object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Well, that seems like progress, so I'm going in here first. Now it teaches me how to crouch. Oh, it's the floppy disk from the video.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Hold E to grab highlighted objects and reach either. Oh, I get superpowers now. Did I do it? Ah.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me do this.
Oh, these are gonna be really fun.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
The whisper, the talking in the background is really unsettling. It's like yelling at you. launch energy cost. Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weapons. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosive and dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield a specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can I not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to kinetically lift material and float a short distance. The object is currently bound and redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located and redacted by agents redacted and redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Pay attention, Alberta. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. It can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance, once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach, based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once. The threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Godwin. Thank you. I want in. Leg, how I get in here? Do I have to have a power? Do I need a thingy? Yes. What if I played before his lava? Nope, that doesn't work. I don't want to remember where this was later. I want it now. I don't want to try and remember where that was later. Ooh, thank you.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's Suspicion Con. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered.
I think the version I bought
under the
on
bed,
Epic.
inside that wooden border that motel.
Oh no, I put it on Steam.
And the body
Has the
had
DLC.
been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Right, enjoy your mode, gun. Enjoy your lurk, God mode. I am going to take a short break to use the restroom. I will be right back. I'm back. I return.
Hi, doggy.
Hello. Thank you.
This must open the door.
Uh-oh.
They can fly now. Great.
Oh, neat. You can press R to switch the side of your head the reticle is on. Ow.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Need to check for secrets and loot boxes. Oh, I was already in here. Ah! I died. Okay, good. I don't have to kill that. Oops. Easy. What is this? Damage against enemy armor. Oh, no, energy gained from headshots. Launch energy, energy recovery speed. Flying guys. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Garnet's presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Sturgeons, Rubens Naguira, Ardo Kolomaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jackal Cerberus. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team.
You're listening to America Overnight.
And that's the radio we've heard me listen to earlier. Better recoil efficiency. Where's the exit? Let me out. And that's where this corrupted zone was. I just want to explore every little piece of the environment. Can I get up there?
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Let me show you around.
All right, take this down.
Well.
The situation
Buka.
has been evaluated by the relevant
Welcome to the
authorities.
family.
The mysterious illness
Thank
affecting the
you.
staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power.
Hey,
Iron Mix, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome,
Most are
welcome.
expected to make a full recovery. Of
Thank you
course,
so
the
much
This
for the
right here
raid.
is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Inside a U.S. Embassy.
Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am Chanel the Cerberus, 3 heads and 3 brain cells. Sorry. And we're playing Control for the very first time today. How's your stream? How was Resident Evil? Oh, you beat it today? Awesome. Are you going to be playing 8 next?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rena.
Rena only just resubscribed for 5 months. Shinala, my beloved, I love you, fam.
Oh, I love you too, Rena. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe I'll have to think about it. Okay. That's 8 is like a 8's a direct sequel to 7, isn't it? I think that's how it works. I think 8's a direct sequel to 7. At least that's my head canon. It is, I think. I think so.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no
Motzi,
local
hello,
doctors examined them
welcome.
first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
But yeah, we're playing this game called Control for the very first time today, and it's super inspired by SCP, and it's really, really cool so far. I like it a lot. But summary, but a spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butt, where Bureau agents discovered a translocated light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butt home's closet disappeared during this incident.
The hotline can't be far now.
Why did I get accuracy? Oh, with the sneezes. Just a visitor's check-in. Director and the custodian. Oh, the name of the custodian changes. Bill Everett, and then Carl Bishop.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic.
Eek, a ghost.
Door marked with a black pyramid.
Notice Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. A law of 3 upons.
Have we been here before? No.
Oh.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream. anyone here?
Where do I go? Hey, manager, you better come stop me. I'm jumping on the bed. I'm very confused. What am I supposed to be doing? I played with the doorknob. I played with the bell. I can't. I went in the ring. There's nothing else. Wait. So something in the room that was open before.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Oh, weird. Whoa. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. The board should The board should ask Barry for audio advice. The board needs to get a AT-2020 and a Scarlet Soul. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah! No! Damn it. Wrong button.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Hotline. Group 3 Containment procedure. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description. Object is a 1960s era red Beckett line telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal direct. See Dr. Darling's presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Oh, so these are different than what you first see.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? A director needs a team. My management team.
I wonder if this
These
is the
people
same
know
one
the
as
secrets
this one.
of the Bureau as well as I do.
If it has extra info.
Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me.
Oh,
She knows I
Tomasi
don't
was
like
the flying
lying
guy.
people. The only
The
person who
corrupted
should
guy that was
fail
flying
is
around.
yourself.
That was Tomasi.
So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
These do all contain new footage and dialogue than when you first see them.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
He said it! He said the thing! Oh, hey, the SCP found, control. Yes, control. This game is so cool. Like, I'm not even that far in. Like, I already love it. So, all of these contain, like, new stuff. Are these going to contain new stuff too?
Reminder: if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, Then, reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
No, that's the same as before. Okay. So just the hotline stuff has added
People react
things.
strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Butt supplement. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butt home to a roadside motel, named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual, C-01. You can't open a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel through, though how exactly this link operates is redacted. The initial hypotheses center on the Butte as redacted. See Dr. Darwin's presentation 24.3 for more details. Hey, everything got fixed. And the body's gone. This game gets really wild. It's already pretty wild. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So as long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't ever notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't there, even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. In regard, Zachariah Trench, Director of Federal Bureau of Control. Can I get in here now? Yeah! Agent Death Notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will return to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications. He got eaten by something. I bet. He got SCP'd. Clearance level 4, but I want in now. Well, I'm gonna go watch Love Before World Domination. Oh, what is that?
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Initial impressions. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inert immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I've dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself, who is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted enemy. Unfortunately, the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to the redacted for further.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. His gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Upgrade unlock new abilities from the nearest control. The internal lockdown, an emergency security measure. It's stopping Jesse from looking for Trench's missing management team in the other sectors. Jesse sets out to enter the maintenance sector to find directorial override and lift the internal lockdown.
Hi, Jesse.
You have new dialogue for us? Doesn't look like it.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
Abilities. Health, energy, melee damage, launch damage. Ooh, hell. That takes 3 points. Well, I can put 1 point in everything then. So, yeah. Hey, what did that say? It said something about initial form. Oh, additional weapon form slot. A weapon fort? Need 30,000 to reset. Use 11 to unlock additional personal mod slot. Another additional personal mod slot. Astral constructs. Construct Shatter. Shatter has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range. Requires 5,000 thingies. 8 undefined reading, or 5,000 source, 8 undefined readings, or house memory. Then you can craft mods. Does it tell you what they do? Oh no, obscured weapon mod. Upgrade, refresh. Refresh to generate new randomized mods. Upgrade to enable higher tier mods. Lord countermeasures. Kill enemies with the Cerberus weapon in Shatter mode. Shatter hatchet burst will push them back how far? Kill enemies in Pierce mode, Spin mode, Charge mode, I have Grip and Shatter. Grip wasn't part of these, though. Shatter, Pierce, Spin, and Charge. Do I have any other outfits? No. Do accuracy for Shatter mode. Now, F, use C's or switch weapons. Well, I think that's a good stopping point for today. We completed like the first big main objective. We unlocked a bunch of new stuff, including a new weapon mode that we'll test out next time we play, which will be next. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just play this tomorrow instead of Children of Mortar. I don't know, or maybe I'll play it this weekend sometime. But yeah, for now, we're gonna go see who is online for us to raid. Let's see who's online for us to go visit today. Who are we gonna go see? Oh, Hazardous is doing some tattooing. That's neat. Oh, Amandal is playing Digimon Survive. Did Digimon Survive come out? Ooh, I want Digimon Survive. You might go raid Amandal so I can look at it. But no, I don't want spoilers. Tag is playing Elden Ring. Comet is playing Bloodworm. Is Barry still alive? Ooh, Shark-Sided is playing Card Shark. Oh, we might go raid Shark-Sided. If Barry isn't live, we're going to raid Shark-Sided. Sky is playing Fallout New Vegas. Viscera is doing some art. Vivi's doing art. Alright, Barry's still alive, so we're going to go see Barry. Excellent. All right, everybody. If you are subscribed or you want to use channel points to unlock my emotes, you can copy that first message for me. Otherwise, you can copy that second one. This game is really cool. I'm really enjoying Control a lot. It's very, very cool game. I will be live again on Friday. No, tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Friday? Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be live again tomorrow at about 2 p.m. PST playing Children of Morta. And then I'll be live again after that on Sunday working on some art. I'm going to be finishing... Well, I might not finish it, but I'm going to be working on the dog at the doorbell meme. It's going to be a little video, and it's also going to be an animated emote once I finish it. I hope to see you tomorrow and Sunday, both at 2 p.m. PST. And I hope you'll show Barry the Bugbear some love too, because they're a very good friend, and I love them very much. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Bye bye.